It's a dress shirt with a
Mm-hmm.
red belt,
Mm-hmm.
slacks, and then a
Yeah.
red blazer. And you
Mm-hmm.
also get the ulafala and
Mm-hmm.
2 hands with ones.
Yes.
This is Cody Rhodes' fault.
Here we go. Hey, everybody, want to welcome you to a new episode of Sold Separately. We are doing the Bloodline. They just announced Elite 118. It's a stacked deck, but if I want to do this, I got to do this with my other Bloodline brother. What's up, Clark?
Got my ones up. I'm ready for this one. I cannot wait to see these figures. I love it, whether it's the OG Bloodline or the new iteration. It's always cool to see what's going on here. Nothing more figurable than a stable that has split off into 2 and lasted this long. I'm really excited to talk about it, Anthony. I'm stoked to be here on a Thursday.
Yep. So the first up.
You'll see it on a Friday, though. My bad.
Yes.
That's on me. Darn it.
The secret's out. We typically record on Thursdays.
Dang it.
But we start with arguably the best member of the new Bloodline, if that's still a thing by the time this comes out, Jacob Fatu. Obviously, he's made his impact from I Love Solo to now being unquestionably a future world champion. Obviously, he has the praying hands. This figure also could double as a Wrestling Republic Shad figure because, as we know, he is the doppelganger of Jacob Fatu. But yeah, he obviously has the prayer hands, and he comes with just the shirt and a couple hands. He's got the point hand. Great
I love you,
likeness.
Solo.
I think it's a great likeness to face. Obviously, this is the first WWE Mattel figure of him. He's only had one previous figure, which was under the MLW banner from the toy company that they use. But this is probably obviously a significant upgrade compared to what he's had in the past. Although the MLW one was actually pretty cool looking.
This is an absolutely outstanding figure, Anthony. To your
Yeah.
point, though. I mean, it's so necessary. It's not going to be the greatest one yet. Yes, you get the cloth goods with the cutoff, which I think is necessary. Body type wise, looks a little bit more like Tama Tonga's body on Jacob Fatu.
A little thin.
But at the same time, I respect it. I love it. You get both of the handsets, all 3 technically. This is worth it. This is Jacob Fatu. The face scan is off the charts.
Yes.
And to me, that's what matters. It's early. This is one of those figurable human beings we'll ever see.
Yeah.
And no pun intended, but that will be figured out.
Yes.
Yep, in the long run. But I'm just saying, this one, for being the first as far as his WWE figures are concerned, this is kind of a must get if you're any kind of collector.
Yeah.
When it comes to especially the Bloodline storyline, his involvement injected new life in a way that we didn't expect, in a way that we expected from other twists and turns we saw along the way. Jacob Fatu really, really brought it. I mean, on paper, if you'd have told me that the Gorillas of Destiny would be drastically overshadowed by Jacob Fatu upon the debuts, I would have laughed in your face. And I cannot wait until people at WR see this one and are like, oh, no, but this and that and the other. No. I would have laughed in your face then, and I'm laughing in your face now. Jacob Fatu, absolute stud. And we talk about all kinds of stuff like that in current times. Things like this happen. And things like Jacob Fatu happen not that often, but it happened in WWE. And I think that's what makes this figure the collectible that it is.
Yeah.
That's what provides the importance.
I think the closest that I think that Jacob Fatu reminds me of is Brock Lesnar's debut in 02.
Absolutely.
He truly is a next big thing. And
who would mess with that guy?
The first thought I think a lot of people had is the moment they saw him was like, what took so long for WWE to sign him, especially considering his pedigree. But yeah, like you said, this is the first Jacob Fatu that we're going to see. Certainly won't be the last. I'm sure he will get the ultimate treatment, and then some.
I've got
But
a friend of mine that watched him right for the first time, and
mhm,
he said what's so incredible about him is he doesn't have to convince you that he
no,
could beat up everybody,
hmm
and he continues to do it.
he's got that Haku aura about him, where it's like legitimately, you know, do not pick a fight with this guy.
Bad
Uh,
idea.
yeah. So the next one up is Suge Knight Sikoa, or
Yep.
as they frequently call him, Solo Sikoa.
Yep.
This is the pose of him holding his jacket, but obviously, he's got the full valet jacket that he's going to go park your car. He has the lei, and he obviously has the two different hands. The red belt is an interesting touch with it to go the full fashion Easter with this whole thing. It's probably the most different Solo that we've ever seen, because we've never really seen him in a full suit in figure form. Usually, it's the shorts and the typical Umaga esque version of
Tape
him.
thumb.
Yes. So this is the full gangster head of the family Solo. That this may be one of the only ones that get made in this type of version, at least for a while anyway. So it's kind of a really cool figure to have if you're a huge Bloodline fan.
Yes. So I hate to have to do this on this program. I don't have a problem with the figure because I really
Okay.
like actually the alternate type gear with the suit and all of
Mm-hmm.
it. I mean, it's a dress shirt with a
Mm-hmm.
red belt,
Mm-hmm.
slacks, and then a
Yeah.
red blazer. And you
Mm-hmm.
also get the ulafala and
Mm-hmm.
two hands with ones.
Yes.
This is Cody Rhodes' fault.
Here we go.
This is Cody Rhodes' fault. He's the suit figure guy. We had to give somebody else formal wear. This is
Yeah.
on you, Cody. This is your fault.
Mm.
And that is my feelings upon this. I like the figure. I think they
Yeah.
did an excellent job honoring Solo, but this one is on one Mr. Cody Rhodes. This
Uh-huh.
is your fault. You
Mm.
started the suit figures trend. Next thing you
Mm.
know, we're going to get a Jerry Briscoe figure suited up with multiple jackets and all kinds of stuff. We'll have a
Oh.
Brooks Brothers inside of a freaking Mattel package by the end of this.
Yeah.
Darn it.
Okay. So the next up, Clark had mentioned the gorillas. Obviously, this one is probably the best one of the gorillas, which is Tama Tonga.
Yes.
I gotta be honest. I don't know if they did him any favors with the head. It looks very Herman Munster-ish to me. That the forehead looks extra big to me. I
I
mean, call me crazy.
I thought that was more like a 6 or a 7 had myself, but
I,
I do hear where you're coming from.
yeah,
As
it's a
far
lot of
as
it's a lot of
size,
it's a lot of forehead.
that one goes up. I will say the likeness is decent other than the forehead. I mean, he's not Peyton Manning. And I
Yeah,
wasn't trying to cut you off here. He's
yeah,
not Peyton Manning, but if you're going to get the full set for the bloodline, especially considering
yeah,
the new bloodline, the Jacob goes with the
yeah.
Solo, goes with the
Uh,
Tama. This one isn't too bad. I think the facial expression doesn't help it.
yes, because it's more serious as
Yes.
opposed to the yeah, yeah, yeah. Like that. I
Yeah.
think that's what. Like if I'm looking at it
That's
and you
the
don't.
stone unturned.
Yeah, like to me, that's the head that I would have done with this was the yeah, yeah, yeah head, because that's what I think a lot of
Right.
fans have gravitated towards. And it's very limited. You're getting the vest and just the two fingers. So you're not getting much with this particular elite and the first Tama Tonga figure ever, because he didn't have any in New Japan.
Yes.
They didn't make any. So this is his first figure. of this caliber.
They got the tattoos correct. Body type wise, this one's closer than the
Yes.
Jacob Fatu one, and realistically, even the solo one too. So,
Yeah.
but I agree with you. I don't think it's the worst head scan. I do think they made the forehead too big.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the facial expression is what throws me the most because you have everything you need for a really great Tonga figure outside of the yeah face, the
Yeah.
teeth, all of that. You can't see any teeth. It, I think that's where they slightly missed here.
You-
But if you're also a fan of, if that's what you're looking for, as far as the OG
Yeah.
bloodline versus the
Yeah.
regular bloodline
New
is
bloodline.
concerned,
Yeah. Yeah.
the new bloodline, you absolutely have to get
Yeah.
this one because the whole collection is what makes the most sense.
Yeah. Now, I do have to say, although in the ring, not as good as Tama Tonga, the Tonga Loa figure will surprise you how good it is.
Oh,
This one,
stunningly accurate.
this one's got the smiling face and looks significantly better than his brother.
Way
I
better
think.
figure.
Yeah.
I'm actually absolutely shocked because this is the first time I've seen these ones
Yeah.
myself. Man. And I think this is one of those things where, don't get me wrong, if you have a particular favorite, I get buying just one.
Mhm.
But you got to get the full set.
Yeah.
If you're, whether you're a collector or you're playing with the figures and you're
Yeah.
booking shows, you need the whole new bloodline, right? Like,
Yeah.
that just is what makes sense to me.
Mhm.
This is a heck of a figure, and I feel bad because we talk often about what's going on TV, and like we haven't
Yeah.
seen Tonga Loa in
And
what feels like
mm,
ages.
yeah.
Where did he go?
Yeah. So, yeah, a significantly better one. But I do have to say the main event technically is not a TV member of the Bloodline, but when they announced this figure, I didn't know where else to put this, and it makes sense. It is one of this may be, and Clark hasn't seen this yet. This may be one of the best looking figures I've seen in a while, and this would be the Nia Jax.
Oh yes,
So it comes with the two different heads, the one that you can put the crown on, and obviously the one with the fuller hair.
that is
Uh,
the best Nia Jax figure ever made. I'm not trying to cut you off because I know
yes,
you have things to say, but sincerely, this is so far and away the best Nia Jax figure. Unique body types, and
yes,
Nia Jax, I'm a huge fan of. So I
hmm
mean this with all respect. They're the hardest figures to make. That's
yes,
just a fact.
hmm
This captures everything that makes Nia Jax great in
yeah,
every single way.
hmm yeah, absolutely. This is easily the best likeness we've ever seen of Anaya. It comes in both white and red. I'm not sure which
Ooh,
one
which
of the
one is the
two.
chase? I was gonna
I
ask.
I am actually not sure because I could not find that information out yet. Um, of the two, I mean, I like them both.
I
They
mean, this
both
is
come
one of
with
those ones where when I was a kid, I would have bought both and had fictional twin Nias in my fantasy promotion.
but yeah, I think the head sculpt's phenomenal. I love the fact that it comes with the two different ones. One where she can wear the crown, the one obviously the crown's not going to go on the head with the bigger hair. But yeah, I think this may be of the line, it's Jacob and it's Naya as the two best, followed by Tonga, Loa, and then
Yeah.
maybe Solo and Tama Tonga would fall last just because the head scan looks a little weird.
I mean, this is the best Nia Jax figure ever made by
Yes,
miles, miles
significantly.
upon miles.
And to think of the first run that she had in the company was not exactly looked at favorably. And for many, because of that, her figures may have been quote unquote peg warmers. This thing is not going to warm any pegs. This
No.
is a must have figure. Great likeness for collectors.
And
Yeah.
the crown, the accessories, all of the
Yes.
above, it's very, very, very well done.
Yes. So yeah, this is an absolute recommended must buy. For just I don't know if you can get better than this for a Naya figure. I don't know.
No,
I don't know if that's possible.
sincerely. It's
And
up there.
keep in mind, this is an elite. It's not even an ultimate. So I don't know what more you could do for an ultimate with Anaya.
That's
But
stunning
but
to think about that.
yes, that's the scary part.
It'd have to be blue. They've done
I,
red
I
and white.
I think they might do the Rumble where she had the even fuller head of hair. Maybe they would go that route.
Maybe.
But yeah, so that brings us to the end of Elite 118 Bloodline. We should be doing an ultimate because there are some amazing OG Bloodline ultimates coming out that we will be covering. But as always, thank you for watching, and we will see you guys next Friday.